Alright guys, welcome back to another market update video. This video we'll talk about the major indices Nifty and Banknifty, and I'll also tell you how you can position yourself for swings in this market because quite evidently it has gone far up now, right? So let's just talk about Nifty first. So in Nifty we have been talking about this base very recently. Been talking about this base as well. So the previous view was that this high was created by this base right here, right? So so when Nifty is pulling back here, it's very uh, it's sort of very risky to short when it's already fallen this much from the supply and it is at your demand level in this base, right? From that point on, Nifty has staged a very nice breakout on the upside. So you always want to be aware of the previous bases or the previous demand zones. On the daily time frame, this was your demand zone, so I'll just mark that as well. This was your area of demand, all right? Basically, this candle right here. This was the area of demand which made the last high, and then we were inside a range. So basically, it was holding up this area of demand. That is why there was no shorts here. And also, Nifty was actually stronger than Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty was also holding this demand. I've been talking about this candle a lot. This move happened and then we saw an up move, but Nifty clearly much stronger. So what do you do now? Let's just first talk about the levels in both the indices. Nifty, the last hourly demand is clearly here. Below that, there's a lot of space. There is one demand which is here as well, which can be uh, quite meaningful because it is at the breakout level, right? But let's see what happens. But firstly, Nifty will have to navigate through this demand if it pulls back. If it starts going up again, I would definitely not chase this one. All right. So if it pulls back, maybe we can get a reaction out of this demand and see what happens next. All right. Till that time, the hourly EMA will also start to come around this level if it actually pulls back. All right. So now, so the level for this demand zone is around 19,000 basically. All right, you can take it as 19,000. I would say it's around um, it's around 18,950 to be more precise. All right, so this area is around 18,950. All right, so 18,950 is the level. So if it breaks that, then I'd be then I'd not be then I know then I won't take longs. I have been taking longs recently because obviously the structure was still quite bullish, right? So let's move on to Bank Nifty. Before that, please like the video. Again, like and share. It helps with the algorithm. Also helps with staying motivated to make more. All right. So like and share the video. You can comment your doubts as well. I will be happy to address them. So let's move on to Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty, there's a very clear demand zone in place, which is at the breakout level. So this was your breakout level I was talking about in the previous videos as well. And this is your area of demand. All right. So if this breaks, then we'll see some sort of down move. But till this is holding, this is definitely good. Bank Nifty is good on the upside. The level here is 44,150. You can take it as 44,100. Try to stick to whole number levels. All right. I mean by whole number, I mean rounded off whole numbers. Um, I also talked about Axis and IndusInd Bank. All right. Axis Bank is about to break out here. Well, it's looking good. IndusInd Bank has already broken out. So these two banks were obviously on my list for being strong, and these two banks have been sort of doing good. All right. HDFC Bank is also obviously moving up, uh, but HDFC Bank has now reached the highest supply here because if you see on the hourly chart, after this point, the market opened here. All right, broke all of this. So this is a very strong supply, and you see towards the end, it has also started to turn around from that supply. All right, towards the end of previous day, it has also started to turn around from that supply. So look out for this supply, look out for some retracement here, and then you can obviously get back into HDFC Bank and chase the uptrend again. All right. Meanwhile, SBI is quite weak here. It's not exactly bearish because it is still holding your area of demand. So if you see the last base, so let's just look at this again. This is your base, and this is your uh, high here, right? So this base made that high. So this is obviously still holding that base. So not exactly bearish, but obviously not stronger than other banks to be participating in it. All right. Let's look at Bajaj Swings as well. I think Bajaj Finserv is doing quite good here. Let's see where is Bajaj Finserv. Bajaj Finserv might break out here. All right. Finance stocks are doing good, but the finance index, the breakout in the finance index is actually led by SDFC twins. All right. So do not chase finance stocks as of now, I would say. There are a lot of other NBFCs which have broken out as well. I talked about in the previous session as well. I guess was one stock which I bought. A lot of NBFCs have broken out and they should continue to do well. Maybe straight away or maybe after a pullback. So keep a tab on these NBFC stocks as well. All right. Let's just talk about the global indices as well. And then we will conclude the video. We will conclude this video then. All right. So just a second. All right. So let's have a look at the global indices here. Sorry if there was any sort of disturbance. Uh, I... Okay, so the Nasdaq ETF obviously doing well. This is your last area of demand. It is holding that demand, right? It is holding that demand. It is even trying to break out now. All right. Let's just look at a proper. I don't think this is the one. Yeah, one sec. All right, this is the proper Nasdaq ETF. So obviously it's holding this base, which I talked about last video. I also discussed that beyond this base, it can break down into this level, and from there we can see a continuation. So the exact thing is played out, and looking quite good here. Not bad at all. So let's see what happens going forward. But I don't see any sort of uh, I don't see any sort of problems here at all. The Dow Jones, again, same thing here. We pulled back into this demand. I was talking about how it's weak here. We pulled back into this area of demand. I also discussed about this base. And same thing has happened. We have started to go up. And this is also looking quite good. Actually, quite strong now. All right. Because it has already retested the base. And now it's pushing through this level. So we can actually see some sort of a breakout in Dow Jones here, which is which would be nice for the overall global market health. All right. So these are my views about the markets going ahead. If you obviously learn something, make sure that you like the video and make sure that you share as well. Right? I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good night.